If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
All right, so Mr. Chance, I'm going to start first. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty. Count 1, sentence you to mandatory life without the possibility of parole. Count 2, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life to run concurrent with count 1. Mr. Gathright. On count 1, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. You also have a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence. On count 2, the conspiracy, I will sentence you to 30 years in prison to run concurrent. Count 3, attempted murder in the second degree, I will sentence you to 30 years Florida State Prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence, again to run concurrent with all other counts. On count 4, attempted murder in the second degree, adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to 30 years prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence, again to run concurrent with all other counts. Count 5, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 30 years Florida State Prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence, again to run concurrent with all other counts. And on count 6, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 years Florida State Prison, again to run concurrent. And again, for you and Mr. Chance, giving you credit for all time served. As to Davion Murphy, Mr. Davion Murphy, I will adjudicate you guilty of first-degree premeditated murder, sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole, and you will have a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence as part of the life sentence. Count 2 on the conspiracy, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life to run concurrent. On the attempted murders, counts 3, 4, and 5, I will adjudicate you guilty of each of those, sentence you to life in prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence on each, again to run concurrent with all of the other counts, and again giving you credit for all time served. And finally, Mr. Rashad Murphy, I will adjudicate you guilty of murder in the first degree, sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole, and you will also receive a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence. On count 2, conspiracy, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life in prison to run concurrent with count 1. On counts 3, 4, and 5, I will adjudicate you guilty on each of those, sentence you to life in prison. Each of those carries a 20-year minimum mandatory, again to run concurrent with all other counts, and giving you credit for all time served. All right, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
I do wish you gentlemen the best. I really do, to make the most of your lives going forward. And you do have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. All right. Thank you all. We're concluded.
It is being reported that Sean Gathright and Rashad Murphy has been stabbed in Florida prisons. And I'm not talking about just some little nicks and stuff like that. No, these boys right here are in the hospital in critical condition. And the cold-blooded part about this whole demonstration is that it's this right here. These boys was just locked up for the brutal, I'm talking about ambush-style murder of Julio Foolio. Now, I gotta be 100 with y'all. Like, I done did time in the penitentiary. And, sometimes, guys will go through the penitentiary and, some of their friends will be in there and their friends will be wanting some get back. But it don't happen this quick. These boys right here just got locked up. Probably not even 6 months ago. They doing life bits, all of them. Fresh life bits besides, what's the girl name? Andrea or something like that. She ain't doing no life bit. But the boys that got convicted, they doing life. And they just got locked up. And now reports are coming out that these boys have been stabbed. Now, I know y'all might be saying they hood educated. Wait a minute, man. Hold on. Like, where you getting this information from? Well, look. The information is out there on the internet. But not only that, though. It's not just some anybody saying that, hey, look, hey, these guys got stabbed and all that. These are people that have close ties to Julio Foolio, who is reporting this news and putting it on the internet. Now, I know a lot of times people might say, hey, you can't believe everything on the internet. But this demonstration, I believe it. And let me explain to y'all why I believe it. Because it's coming from Julio Foolio's close friends, people that have close ties to him. And for me, understanding how gangs are moving these days, how these young brothers and sisters are moving these days, this is what they do. This right here is regular programming for them. Something bad happened or they get some get back, the first thing they do, they run the Instagram, they run the Snapchat, they run the Facebook. They want everybody to know, hey, listen, check this out. I got this information and this is what happened. Check it out. This brother posted a picture of Sean Gathright and it says, pull through, knife emoji blood, another knife emoji, laugh out loud, long live 6. That's another name for Julio Foolio. And just like clockwork, Trey boy posted on his Instagram with a knife, rest up 6. Get up ghost, don't die, with a knife, laughing emoji, rest up 6, blood. See, all this is saying that, hey, these boys has been stabbed, and they use the blood emoji to show that, blood has been drawn. This is what they do. They do it all the time. We see it all the time. Prosecuting attorneys use these Instagram posts like this in criminal prosecutions. You see? Because this is what they do. You see they on there, hey, pull through, don't die. Long live 6, rest up 6. They talking about Julio Foolio. When gangbangers in these days and times, when they get their get back, the first thing they want to do is let the whole wide world know, hey, listen, we got revenge for our fallen comrade. You see what I'm saying? And they do that by posting on social media sites. Hey, look, this is what we did. This is our work right here. You see what I'm saying? Or if it's not our work, somebody that is close to us did this and we're bragging about their work and what they did. Now, for some people that has never been to the penitentiary, has never spent a day in jail, hey, I salute y'all, but allow me to educate y'all on what goes on in there. When you got guys like Julio Foolio, who are loved by multiple people, straight killers, gangbangers, right? Who are loved by these guys. Doing something like this for them is a badge of honor. Did you hear me? Putting in work for somebody like Julio Foolio is a badge of honor. You can walk around in all the other prisons, and when you get out, you can say, I'm the one that put that work in for Julio Foolio, and people are going to champion you. Hey, man, good looking, bro, man. We appreciate that, bro. How it go now, man? Tell us how it happened. You see? So now these boys is fighting for their life after being stabbed multiple times, and you got guys on the outside bragging about it. This is just how it goes. Now, look. It could have went another way as well, because like I said before, when guys like Julio Foolio who are loved, they ain't got to tell nobody to do anything. People that just love them will put that work in anyway. But in prison, you have certain people in prison that will make your ops their ops. And let me explain to y'all what I mean by that, because I need to clarify that. Let's say that, Julio Foolio got killed, right? And Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and Jamal Murphy, or whatever that boy name is, and Gutter Zay, all them go inside the prison. There are people in prison that take hits And what I mean by that is that there are people that are in prison that has nothing to lose. And they broke, poor, and they starving. And their main way of hustling is stabbing people and beating people up. That's their hustle. Hey, look, hey, you want dude whooped on over there? Or you don't want to lose your job? You in school? You still trying to do? Okay, look, I don't mind whooping him and going to the hole. I beat him down. You want me to whoop him? Yeah, whoop. Okay, put $120 on my commissary, and I'll go over there and whoop him. As soon as that money hit my books, I'm gonna beat him down like he one of my ops. You see what I'm saying? You got people in prison that take hits like that, even killing people, stabbing people. You see what I'm saying? People that ain't got nothing to lose in that, got a life bit. They family done left them stranded. They ain't got nobody taking care of them. They in there poor, broke, and starving. And here it is, you say, hey, look, man, I'll give you a couple $1,000, man. You run over there and kill that fool for me, man. All right, bet. He already got life. He don't care about nothing. He just needs some money so he can buy him some food, buy him some shoes, buy him a couple of shirts and stuff like that up in there, listen to some music or whatever they got in there for him. That's all he want to do. And if you got that money, he gonna take care of that business for you. So it could have been a situation like that too. Now, the picture that I showed y'all before, Trey boy, he has real close ties to Julio Foolio. Him and Trey boy go way back. They've been putting in work ever since they was kids, right? Not only putting in work, they had a friendship. They even made music together. Check it out.
Put on Trey boy, let me get that bit. Tap a button, I hit that switch. Trey boy known for getting busy, hanging out that roof.
You heard Julio Foolio constantly mentioning Trey boy name. They was partners. But after the murder of Julio Foolio, Trey boy felt bad. And the reason why he felt bad, not just because Julio Foolio got killed, that's one reason to feel bad, but the guys that killed Julio Foolio. Trey boy has admitted that he had a chance to kill them before they killed Julio Foolio. He has came out and publicly said that he had them loafing, sleeping, lacking. He could have killed them. But he only had 17 shots in this gun. And he understood that that wouldn't be enough to kill 3 other killers. So what did he do? He called his partners up. Say, man, listen, I got Gutter Zay, I got Ghost, I got Rashad Murphy, Jamal Murphy, I got these boys. Come on, we finna slide, come through. He waited and waited, and none of the homies pulled up. None of them. And when they didn't pull up, he had to let them slide. It was nothing that he could do. He was not finna run out there with that one gun against 3 killers. He probably would have got himself killed. But like I said, he publicly said this. And not only that, he publicly said other things as well. Check it out. Trey boy posted on his Instagram a while ago saying, watching this trial makes me so mad because when seeing them same 3 niggas outside my shit laying, I called bro them like, pull up, we got them. Ain't nobody react. But if they did, we would have handled that business and 6 will still be here. And for the ones who know, I bet they be thinking like, damn, they regret that shit. I probably could have did it myself, but 17 shots wasn't enough for 3 Ks. I was being smart, not scared. My girl had more heart than you niggas. They was sitting outside his crib with 3 Ks. 3 AKs for those of you who don't understand what K mean. 3 AK-47 assault rifles. The bullets from these guns right here, these things right here go through engines, go through cars, go through bodies. You see? And they got 3 of them. Almost the same way how they did Julio Foolio. You see? So yeah, nah, hell no. Like, this shit right here is deep. They was stalking him so bad, y'all. They wanted to kill Trey boy so bad that he had to return back to prison. And the reason why he returned back to prison is this right here. He was on 10 years probation. And being that he was on 10 years probation, his location is public. All they had to do was go look up his probation information and they can see exactly where he was living at. That's how them boys knew exactly where he was. They sat out there on multiple occasions laying, trying and wait to kill him. He's sitting there, look, the cold blood, he's sitting there watching them on the cameras in his house. They pulling up, sitting there waiting on him to walk outside that house. You see? No, this is real life. This is not a game. This is for real. Look, for those of you who don't know about how this stuff goes when gangs are in war with each other, listen, y'all. The way that he's explaining things, it sounds too familiar. When you want to kill somebody, you get a thirst for that killing. You want to get him out the way. You almost forget that this right here is real life. It almost becomes a game, right? It almost become a aha moment type demonstration. Where it's like, man, we're going to sit out here all night long, mosquitoes biting us, other insects crawling on us, but we don't care about that. We have a mission to complete. And once we see our target, once we see our prey, what we've been hunting all night long, it ain't no more talking. It's time to go. You see what I'm saying? This stuff right here happens all the time. All the time. When you got young men who are so dedicated to kill that they just forget the reality of killing. It's all about get back. They hurt my feelings. They killed my friend over here. Now I got to get some get back for what they did to my friend. So let's be real here. Them three boys wasn't waiting out there, laying and waiting for Trey boy for all them times and coming back and forth, waiting on him to leave for nothing. That tells us that, listen, Trey boy wasn't no slouch out there. He was out there putting belt their ass too. And that's why they wanted to get him up out of there. You see what I'm saying? 10 years on probation is crazy. With your low online, that's the only reason I came back to prison. Watching them niggas on my camera when I got in the house had me in my feelings, because if this was back in the G, that shit would have went totally different. Freedom real pull-up boys who had the city hot. Now, before I depart, allow me to say this right here. Can you imagine, in your home, this is supposed to be the most safest place in the world for you, but you know that people are trying to kill you, and you're watching your cameras in your home and you see the killers out there waiting to kill you, and you call for some help, don't nobody show up. You can't call the police. That goes against rules and regulations of the street. You can't do that. You can't get on the phone and say, hey, listen, there's 3 guys sitting outside my house with 3 AK-47s and they're trying to kill me. Please help. You can't do that because you a gangster. You a gangbanger. And those rules and regulations, if you go and call the police, you breaking those rules and regulations. You can't do that. You see? So, do y'all see the backwards thinking in that? I mean, anybody in their right mind, if you can see somebody that actually wants to kill you, and you don't plan on killing them, or you don't have no self-defense, what do? You call the people that's supposed to help you, 911. Hey man, come and get, they out there with 3 of them. They in a black car, yep, they got on masks, and there's 3 of them, and I seen them fumbling and tussling with them AK-47s. Yeah, you might want to come from the back way by the house. Yeah, come and yep, as soon as you hit the corner, you gon'. But gangsters can't do that, y'all. So that's the unfortunate situation. Instead of calling the police, he was willing to risk his life every day, knowing that them boys out there trying to kill him. To the point where he had to go turn himself in and say, hey, I'd rather go to jail. He had to go to jail just to preserve his life. Not call the police to help. No, send me back to jail. Let me take time away from my life to try to save my life. That's not a way you young brothers want to live. You don't want to live like that. Because we have young men all throughout the United States of America right now today living that way. Listen to what I'm about to tell you, young brothers. A life of gang banging, I'm talking about when you stomp down gang banging for real and you done killed some, done shot some, and they trying to kill you, you're gonna live in fear. Yeah. You're gonna live in fear, paranoia, anxiety. You're gonna have all that because these guys are gonna continuously try to kill you every chance they get. You riding in your car, they gonna try to kill you. Oh wait, no, you done bought a brand new car, nice, pretty, you got the rims on it and everything. They gonna try to kill you in that nice, pretty car. Yeah. Oh, you with your girlfriend. Oh, y'all having a date night. You trying to impress a woman. They gonna kill you in front of her and possibly her too. Oh, you with your mama. Okay, you driving your mama to church. They're gonna try to kill you then and possibly can kill your mama too. Wait, hold on, wait. It's early in the morning. Your mama say, take the trash out, boy. And you taking the trash out. They're gonna try to kill you then too. You understand? You don't want to live that way because you're gonna be in constant fight or flight all day long. And that one time that you are not paranoid, that you are not in fear, you are not anxious or anxiety, that one time, that's all it's gonna take. And they gonna kill you. No matter where you at, they're gonna do that to you. So ask yourself, young men, young women, ask yourself, is that a life that you wanna live? Because that life offers you nothing but pain, misery, death, or you going to that penitentiary. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.